Yo, what is going on, guys? Got a story for you here today titled My Ex-Wife Regrets Divorcing Me Now That I Am Wealthy, Successful, and Remarried. I always find these stories to be so typical, okay? You will have these women who don't appreciate what they have until the man has moved on, is seeing a younger, more beautiful woman, and or he is now successful and he makes more money. It's funny because these women will insist, oh, I've always loved you and stuff like this when they try and come back into your life. But the only reason they're trying to return is because they see that your situation has now improved. But guys, before we jump into today's episode, don't forget to like the video on your way in. Don't forget to subscribe if you are new here. And let's take a look at this story. So it's a 35-year-old guy. It says a 35-year-old man shares how his ex-wife, left him during the hardest time in his life, only to crawl back years later when he became wealthy and remarried to a woman who truly supported him. Okay, and this is the part that would really piss her off, guys. Like, yes, becoming more successful will piss off your ex-girlfriend or your ex-wife, but you know what really does it? You know what really is the nail in the coffin? It's finding a woman who is just better looking and younger. Usually will piss the women off more than anything, guys. And it's not even necessarily because these guys are specifically, they're like, oh, I need to get a woman who's this age. But if it happens to turn out that way and she looks better than the ex-wife and she's younger, oh man, these women are not happy about it. So let's continue. He says, I'm a 35-year-old male and I'm now happily married. So he's remarried, I think. He's financially secure and running a business that he built from scratch. But a few years ago, I was rock bottom emotionally and financially. And that's exactly when my ex-wife, who's now 36, decided to pull the plug. Okay, so it seems like she was older than him at the time as well. So he was 29 and she was 30 when she left him. She probably left because she was going to go out there and look for that next provider guy, right? Women who go into their 30s, particularly if they're looking to have children, guys, they will oftentimes do this where, it's really crunch time. So they have to find a dude who's willing to pay for them after a decade of hooking up with random dudes. So he says, we were married for almost 6 years, and he says, I'll admit the last 2 were difficult. I had quit my job to pursue a business idea, and as with most startups, it drained us at first. Time, energy, and money. She went from being ride or die to you're dragging me down in the span of months. Okay. I remember the day that she told me she wanted a divorce. I had just come back from an interview, something I never wanted to do, but was willing to out of desperation. She looked me in the eyes and said, I can't keep living like this, I want out. No cheating, no scandal, just abandonment when I needed a partner most. She moved out 2 weeks later and served me the divorce papers soon after. I'm always of the mind, guys, that when women leave, they usually have another dude lined up. A lot of women just cannot stand to be alone. They literally cannot stand to be by themselves for a full month. Okay, especially given the amount of options that these individuals oftentimes have. Now, you'll have some women, I'm sure, right? Everyone wants to think that they're the exception, but in general, a lot of these women just cannot be by themselves, okay? They cannot be lonely, and when women say they are lonely, it is like their definition of lonely is nothing compared to what the average man will experience throughout his life, okay? It's a complete joke of a term when they use it. Let's continue. The first few months were hell, he says. I was couch surfing for a while, running deliveries during the day and freelancing at night, but I kept going. The company I had been quietly building online finally started picking up traction, and then it exploded. In the next 2 years, my income grew 10x and then 20x. I built a team, I opened an office, and I hired people who had once told me I should be more realistic. I don't know why you would hire people who doubted you in the beginning. I think that's kind of ridiculous. Surrounding yourself with people who never thought that you could succeed in the first place sounds like a recipe for disaster to me. But still, he's doing well now, built a team, opened an office, and guys, I guarantee you, the ex-wife is seeing this, right? She's seeing it somehow, whether it be because you posted it on Facebook or something, or whether because she knew the people who doubted you as well. Like the ex-wives and the ex-girlfriends, they always keep tabs on dudes like this because they want to see if you're becoming more successful and if they're missing out on something. He says, during a business seminar, I met the woman who would eventually become my wife. She, now 31, didn't care about the money. She saw the man behind the business and believed in me immediately. I told her everything about my past and she never flinched. She helped me build my life, not escape from it. We got married 18 months ago. So here's my concern with these successful guys, by the way, is they'll go out there and they'll find a new girlfriend and they'll wife her up. But like a lot of these women, they wouldn't be there if you weren't successful in the first place. You know what I mean? And what I mean by that specifically is you should be careful because these women oftentimes are looking to divorce your ass and take your things. Okay, it's all very well and good if she says, oh, I'm not with you for the money. But in practice, you might find out that's completely not true down the line. Okay, very, very scary stuff. A lot of these guys, they get out of a relationship and then they go get with some other woman now that they're successful. And I just hope that these dudes don't get dragged through the divorce courts. I really do. He says, about 3 weeks ago, I got a text from a number. I didn't know who it was. Hey, I just wanted to say I have been thinking about you lately. I saw your company mentioned in an article. Yeah, so she was stalking him. Congrats on everything. Hope you're well. It was her. I didn't respond. Then came the emails. A few days later, I made a mistake. I thought I was doing what was best for me, but I was scared. You always had so much potential, and I just didn't see it back then. I heard you got married. She's beautiful. I'm happy for you, really. I just wish I had stuck it out with you. Maybe things would be different. No apology, just regret. Yeah. So in here, there's no apology whatsoever. Okay, there's no accountability. What it really is, oh crap, I missed out because this guy is more successful now. That's all that it is. It's really sad, truthfully. Okay, there's no like actual care for the man. There's no interest in the man himself and who he actually is. It's just she's frustrated because she missed out on the fact that this dude's income grew exponentially. Anyway, my wife read the messages, handed me back my phone and said, I'm not worried. She left a good man when he was down. I married the man who built himself back up, and that was that. Yeah, so she married this guy when he was successful. Again, very concerning. If you're a successful dude, a lot of these women specifically do this, okay? They hunt dudes who are successful. They wait for the dudes at the finish line and then oftentimes end up divorcing them anyway. He says, people who only want to be around you when things are good are passengers, not partners. My ex wanted comfort, not commitment. My wife walked with me, not away from me. Okay, I don't hate my ex-wife, he says. I genuinely hope she finds peace, but I'll never forget what it felt like to be left during the darkest part of my journey. This is a common story for a lot of guys, by the way. You know, when things are most difficult, maybe you're going through something in life, maybe your finances are down, maybe your mental health is down, whatever the case may be. This is like prime time for women to ditch you, by the way. Like it absolutely is. This is what happens, you know, guys will go through a rough patch. The rough patch will go a little bit on for, it'll go on for a little bit too long. And then all of a sudden your wife who says that she's going to be there forever, she doesn't really feel like it anymore. Very, very sad stuff. But guys, we're going to be leaving today's episode there. Don't forget to leave your thoughts and your comments. Make sure you guys take care of yourselves, and I'll be seeing you all in the next episode. Peace.